Hello, hello, hello. What is going on? I know I usually don't go live on Fridays, but I had some time on my hands and I felt like talking horror. What can I say? So, yeah, this has been, I want to say, the fifth episode of this show, Hunger for Horror. I've been loving it so far because, as y'all know, horror is my jam, and it's awesome whenever you know, other fellow horror peeps can come in and we can chat it up about whatever in the genre. What's up, Todd? How you doing? Um, so I have a ton to share today, actually. I haven't done this show in about a month, a little over a month, I think. So yeah, I've had a couple things that I've been meaning to share that I thought, Hunger for Horror would be the perfect show to do it on because technically I could just, show these things to you guys on different shows, but this is all horror related. So this is the whole reason I have this show. So let's do it. I have two pre-orders, and then I have a little stack of steelbooks that I got recently that were on sale. So I thought, why not? One wasn't on sale. It's new. Oh, two weren't on sale. They were newer releases, and then yeah, but I actually have posters to share, which is not the typical thing on my channel. I have a lot of posters, but they're all either in tubes or I started framing some of them, and right around the time that I put this stuff up, and that's been fun, but I kind of stopped there because of a lot of random things that came up in my life. So that was put a pause button on that. But yeah, I kind of wanted to start up again because I actually pre-ordered this poster months ago. I don't even remember. Sometime like mid last year, I want to say. But yes, it's a Mondo poster. I'm not going to reveal what it is yet, but I have that. I have this eBay pickup. This was a steal of a deal, if I'm not mistaken. I ordered it a little while back, like I said, so I hope it's the one I'm thinking of. um, and okay, after I share the steel books, here's a little stack. Um, I wanted to kind of get into Psycho because I recently saw the sequels, and it was my first time watching those. So that was a very interesting experience that I wasn't really expecting. I kind of talked about it a little bit on my Flicks and Comics Live show the other day. But since then, I've seen the rest of them. So, yeah, lots to talk about in regards to that. And yeah, kind of I'll also share some of the little tidbits that I learned watching the special features, which is pretty awesome as well. So yeah, let's crack this energy drink open and wait for a few peeps to come in. Hope you guys had a great week. Mine was pretty good. Nothing crazy happened. This past year has been insane. So to have a nice week where nothing crazy happens or nothing out of the norm happens is just exactly what I need. So, yeah, this is a great way to end my week, but it was pretty chill. And yeah, like I said, I'm kind of hesitant to even say that. But yeah, hopefully from here on out, my weeks will be pretty normal and not as hectic as this past month. It's just been such a whirlwind, but mhm. I've been drinking this Celsius lately. Kind of liked it. It's good. The bigger Celsius cans taste more like candy, I've noticed. I dig it. I dig it. I don't think I need all this caffeine, so usually I just like save half of it. But it's pretty good. What is Todd saying? Psycho 2 is an excellent sequel, surprisingly. Obviously, it's not as good as Hitchcock's masterpiece, but very enjoyable. And honestly, I would agree 100%, but we'll get into that a little later. I'm going to start showing stuff off. And like I said, I usually don't go live on Fridays. So I don't know what it's like. I don't know what the crowd's like today. I figure a lot of people are busy, you know, going out Friday night and Saturday too. I'm not sure. I've done Saturday shows. They've been okay. Usually I go live on Sundays because that's like when I've finished up all my chores and I just have more time on my hands is Sunday, and then people can watch the rewinds like on Monday or Tuesday. But yeah, so Friday, I think I've done one show this past year on Friday. Don't really remember though. Okay, let's start off with this little guy right here. I This was also a pre-order from Creeporama on Instagram. And last year, I'll say as I open this, one of my favorite, actually, no, I think my favorite horror movie and movie going experience in general last year was When Evil Lurks. You guys know that I did a review on it, and it was such a surprise to me because it seemed like this little indie flick that I hadn't really heard too much about. I had seen the preview on the trailer on the reel, my show, and like I really liked it. So luckily they were playing it here in my local theater. I went and I was just dumbfounded at the amount of times like I jumped, and that's that. I like horror, so I feel like I'm pretty desensitized when it comes to that, but in that theater, man, it was unreal because I had the whole thing to myself. It was like a really late showing, and I just can't stop raving about this movie. If you haven't seen it, I think it's still on Shutter. So, yeah, shortly after that theatrical run, they did do that was limited, but they did it was a Shutter release originally. So yeah, go check that out. But Creeporama had this little release going on, and they do like horror merch and stuff, and they get like exclusive artwork for their merch, and it is quite awesome. So I had to take advantage of this. This is one of those like a lot of these little mom and pop kind of companies that you see on Instagram that they really cater to like horror fans and stuff. I don't know if other genres do this too, but it seems like a lot of the horror ones they do this like 72-hour limited edition. Like you have to get it within that time frame, or then you're all out of luck until their next printing, which who knows when that is. But I was able to catch it, guys, and oh my gosh, look at this. When Evil Lurks, Creeporama. Oh my god, if you guys have seen this movie, you know what this is. This scene right here killed me. No pun intended, but oh my god. So what does it say? Evil loves children and children love evil. So this movie gave me vibes of like Children of the Corn, uh, just a little bit, especially second half. You got like, Exorcist possession vibes as well. Um, but all done in a different way, a very unique way that you don't see too often. We've all seen how many movies since The Exorcist trying to kind of copy that template, and I just felt like this one really, paved its own path almost. So I would love to see a sequel to it. I don't know if we're gonna get that, but it'd be awesome. It'd be awesome. Todd says, I still need to see When Evil Lurks. Love that shirt though. You should. You should. If you have time, definitely do it. It really scared me. It really scared me, and I don't get scared that often with movies. I think the one before that had scared me was Terrifier, and again, I saw these both of them was, like, the same scenario where I went to a very late showing, um, And not by choice, that was just, like, the only showing that they had because it was limited for both, and because I saw the second go around for Terrifier, the second release, so it was, like, very limited, 10 o'clock. I was the only one in both screenings, and it was horrifying. Horrifying both times, but I kinda like that. I kinda like that about it because it made the theater experience, like, so memorable because of it, which I don't mind. So, it was worth the scare. Okay, and then I also got what's this? Yeah, see, here's a thank you for being a creep. Creeporama Instagram. If you wanna check them out. And then I got the sweatshirt. Just awesome, awesome artwork of all the amazing visuals and memorable scenes here. So, yeah, had to get it. It's like right up my alley, guys. Right up my alley. Uh, right here it says the days of faith are ending soon. And then when evil lurks. I'm kind of like hit or miss when it comes to the artwork on the sides, as you can see with my X Files one, they have it too. I think it could be a little obnoxious sometimes. I kind of wish it was just black, but I don't hate it. I just don't love it either. Kind of, you know what I mean? But this back artwork is amazing. So, yeah, I had to snag that. I love this. So, really happy I was able to catch that. Sometimes when you're scrolling down Instagram, it's like you see the most random stuff. And I remember I hit the save button on that. And I was like, I have to come back and buy this because I think I was just like scrolling during work one day. And I was like, I need to go back to it. And luckily I did. The funny thing was, I saw it much later and I was like, oh, did I? I didn't remember if I went back and got it. And then I got an update, a shipping update. And I was like, yes, I did get it. So yeah, awesome, awesome buys off of Instagram. Again, Creeperama, shouts out. I love buying unique stuff like that. You don't you don't find this stuff in like department stores or it's hard. It's hard to find this stuff. So yeah, Instagram's a good place. I'll be right back. Yeah, it's where I get a lot of my horror stuff is Instagram. But all right. Well, Instagram is where I find out about their websites, if that makes sense. And shout out to Carlito Classico. He gifted me this X Files cap a long time ago, and I love it. I'm so happy that it didn't get ruined in the storage catastrophe. So, still have that. And it goes well with my X Files shirt. But all right, next up for pre orders. Mm, yes, was the Mondo poster right here. So let's open that. This came, what, like 2 days ago or something? Yesterday? Was it yesterday? I don't even know. Oh man, this is like stapled shut. What the heck? I might need a bigger tool for this. Oh no, I think we're good. Oh shoot, I gotta be careful not to poke myself. I've never seen this. This is weird. They like really, they use those like strong staples too. I just have to like pry it open. I mean, I guess that's good, for security's sake, but it's freaking tough opening this. I might need to go get like a tool or something. I don't want to like accidentally poke myself. That would be bad. All right. Okay, I think we're good. Oh, oh shoot. Break this. Oh my God. Sorry, guys. It's taking longer than I thought. I didn't notice they were stapled shut. Oh, okay. Let's see if that works. Carlito, what's going on? Happy Friday, guys. Happy Friday. I just thought I'd do a chill little unboxing, talk a little horror, Always in the mood for that. But I also had some free time tonight, so thought, why not? Why not? Oh God, this is gonna, dude. I can't open this. All right, I need to get a tool or something. I'll be back. I'm about to perform surgery or what, guys? This sucks. God, I'm not a tool person. What could work here? What could work here? Let's try this. Oh my God, this sucks. Who thought of this? Just put tape. Oh my God. All right. All right, we're getting somewhere. Yay. You guys are watching this on the rewind. You can just go ahead and fast forward. Sorry. Ah, Jesus. Okay. I promise it'll be worth it, though. If it's anything like the picture. God. Oh my God. Scared to poke myself. There we go. Okay. We did it. We did it. Woo! All right. What is Carlito saying? Carlito says just getting home, was gonna start Jojo Rabbit, but checked YouTube quick. Yeah, go watch Jojo Rabbit. You can watch this on the rewind. Definitely check Jojo Rabbit out. That was probably my favorite movie of that year, whatever year that was. What, like 2018? Something like that. All right, let's open this thing. Okay, yay. All right, what we got here? Ooh, a tube within a tube. Oh yeah, they put this like, at least this tape is tube. There we go. All right, here we go. This is gonna be a little tough, but I think I can do it. And I saw something. All right, I'm gonna have to stand up. Easier. Oh, you already know. You already know. Woo! This is gorgeous. You already know I'm gonna replace this. One Michael for the other. This is part 2, which I know gets some kind of hate, but I freaking love part 2. Look at that. How gorgeous. I wonder who the artist was on this. I'm gonna have to check. Yeah. Doesn't say. Maybe it says on the back. Oh no, I saw a certificate. I might say there. But how cool is that? Freaking love that. This will look great too during the Halloween season. Not sure if I should just wait and hang that or do it like ASAP because it's pretty awesome. Wow. Okay. I guess I was just tripping. I thought I saw a certificate. Okay. I guess not. Okay. Anyways, that was cool. That is awesome. I'm super satisfied with this. Cool. All right. It had been a little bit since I pre-ordered from Mondo. I think like a couple years now. But I love Mondo. Mondo, they do great stuff. Unique, alternate posters. I always get a kick out of those. This one's a Mondo too, I think, if I remember correctly. Got that one a while back. I think it's time to swap this one out though. Um, yeah, I don't know. This is gonna change in a little bit here. Once I get more time, I want to say like end of April. I should be a lot more like flexible with my schedule during that time. So it'll be easy to kind of redo this area. I also want to update some of my channel things like intros and stuff like that. So look out for all those changes coming here soon. But anyways, awesome pickups. I'm happy with those. When you pre-order stuff, you just like never know. It's like I get really excited because the item obviously is good enough for me to pre-order, which is very rare to begin with. I don't pre-order too often, but when I do, it's because like I really love the item. So I'm always kind of nervy because it's like, okay, I don't know exactly when they're going to ship, and when they do ship, I have to be on the lookout constantly. Like, luckily, I was here when they shipped that or they delivered it, so you just never know when it's coming exactly, and what if it's damaged or I just get super nervy and like I get anxiety with stuff like that. It's kind of like what I think I was on G-Man's channel and we were talking about sending books to CGC. Like I get super nervy with that too. So it's not just deliveries to me, but like sending stuff out. Ugh, just causes so much anxiety for me as a collector because you just don't know how people are going to handle your stuff. So. Mm. Todd says, awesome poster. I love Halloween too. I don't understand the hate for it. It's my second favorite. Me too. I think it is my second favorite. Trying to think. You know what I should do? I should do a ranking. Carlito, let's do a Halloween ranking. I will be down for that. Yeah, I think it would be my number two. It's because when I was a kid, I would watch them back to back. Like if it was just one long one, since it starts immediately after the first one, that's how I always saw it. And I was a kid, so I didn't really see the like technical differences or, you know, whatever gripes people have with it now. I just I loved it. I still love it. Let's do it. Let's do it. I don't know. Should we wait to do that? I think we should wait to do the Halloween franchise closer to Halloween, obviously, but then we could do the Fast and Furious one like sooner. That'll be fun. Y'all know I'm not a huge Fast and Furious fan, but I've been told by several people that I actually respect that I should at least give it a chance for entertainment value's sake. I've seen the first three, but then I gave up on it. So yeah, we should do that for sure. All right, next poster. This one's from eBay. eBay. Sometimes you can still find the deals on there. I don't go on there as often as I used to. I do for selling, not really as much for buying. But this one day, So I found a poster seller that I really like, and he was starting these auctions off at like really great prices. So I was like, okay, cool. And then from there, I found this other guy, or not this other guy, but this other listing, which is this one. And I was like, whoa, this thing was 35 bucks. Okay. Watch, it's all damaged and stuff. All right. I think it's the one that I'm thinking. Let's see how the packaging was. You never know with eBay, right? Surprisingly, I have had good luck though with eBay buys. I think I've only had maybe like one issue, maybe two, it was actually a slab that I bought, which isn't typical of me either. I usually don't get slabs, but this one was really cheap, and it was a jock cover that I was looking at, not the tech Joker cover, but it was one that kind of homaged his own work of the Joker. I forgot what exact issue it was, but I bought it and like the whole corner of the slab was like broken and it was all shattered in the box. I was like, ooh. But he was really gracious about it when I complained. So he gave me a refund. So that was cool. Oh God, this is awesome. Okay. I'm getting excited, guys. The thrill of opening something that you know you're gonna love. Yee! Here we go. Here we go. All right, all right. Okay. This is vintage. Let me start off by saying that. Not in perfect condition, but it was 35 bucks. So come on. And it's an original issue from 1982. Paramount Corporation, Pictures Corporation. All right, ready? Can you guess what it is? Ah! If I just do this, do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? PB, what's going on, PB? Happy Friday. Love your shirt. Still one of my favorite series. Same with Carlito, too. Us three are like big X-Files fans. I first saw X-Files all the way through, like right before / during the pandemic. So yeah, amazing show. Actually, I was doing videos when I was watching that show. So it's kind of fun to ever go back and I'm just like, oh my God, like raving over X-Files, even though it's like such an old show. So timeless though. Like a lot of those episodes are still amazing and the practical effects were ahead of its time. So anyways, all right, let's do this. Ready? Stand up. Sometimes these posters, man, I don't want to mess it up. Careful. There we go. Yee! Look how gorgeous. Part 3 in 3D, but it's the actual one where you can use the 3D, the blue and red 3D glasses, which I do have me a pair of those. So yeah, very cool. Very cool. 35 bucks, heck yeah. So yeah, this could also be a contender for my wall spot right here. I don't know. You guys tell me. I'm super pumped about this. I have a couple other posters, but I'll probably share them in a different episode because for the sake of time, but we're already half an hour in and I still got a bunch to show. And I wanted to talk about the Psycho series. So put this back carefully. Very happy with this as well. Go eBay. I'm telling you, sometimes you can find them deals still. This is a different sized poster though, I will say. So I'm gonna have to figure out what no. know if it's the same size as that one. I'm really bad at like remembering the dimensions. Just bad with numbers, so I have to like I don't know. I have to measure it with a measuring tape. So bad at it. All right. Hey, thank you, thank you, thank you. What does Todd say? Nice. Really captures the 3D nature of the film. Love the bursting through the window. You know, I love part three. I love part three. I think when I first was watching the Friday the 13th movies as a kid, I remember really liking part four, final chapter. That's part four, right? Yeah. Final chapter was like the best. Number 1 was the best, and then once I saw Final Chapter actually, that was later when I saw Final Chapter, and then that was my favorite for a while, and then now, though, it's weird, now it's, like, between 2 and 3, isn't that weird? How, like, as I've gotten older, like, just my tastes change, but I still love the whole franchise. Is that weird? Does that happen to you guys? Guess that's a good thing, right? Shows your kinda evolution, but it's still within the genre and within the series. It's kinda funny, but, I shared this the other day too when I was on G-Man's channel, but it is certainly horror related, so I haven't shown it on my other lives, so I'm gonna show it now. I got this at one of my local comic shops. I haven't been picking up too many comics lately just because of everything that's been going on behind the scenes and stuff. I'm not going to keep reiterating it. Y'all know, or you guys can go back to my old lives to, connect the dots there. But yeah, it's just basically space issues right now that I can't really go hard on comics like floppies like I used to, which I'm totally okay with because even back then I was kind of at a point where I felt okay with, like, stopping for a bit, um, right around pandemic time, but anyways, I still have a love for comics, and, so occasionally I'll go to the comics shop just to, like, support here and there. It doesn't really necessarily mean I'm gonna be coming back home with a big haul or anything, but I just like going to check stuff out, maybe some obscure things, maybe I just stumble upon something unique that I like, or just pick up a trade or something. But I did find something unique the other day, and this was also pretty cheap. This was actually also 30 something, 35, I think, bucks, something like that. But this is also an antique poster here for the Nightmares on Elm Street run from back in the day for the comics. So, nice little promo poster. Isn't that awesome? So, yeah, I gotta frame this too. Gotta bust out the ruler, figure out the dimensions. Like I said, bad with numbers. But yeah, so that was a must have pickup. Really cool, really unique find. I'd never seen it before. So, yeah, really, really cool. Put it back. Todd says, I might be the only one, but Jason Takes Manhattan is my favorite. I appreciate the satirical nature of the film. You are absolutely not the only one because I love it too. I absolutely love it. And I don't think I saw that one until later, but I do love that one. Um, yeah, that one's a whole lot of fun. Um, I think it's like a little long at times, but I loved it. I like everything about it. It's a good one. Even the cheesy ending and everything. It's of its time. Carlito says, not gonna lie, I'm kind of in the mood for horror again tonight. As I'm sure you can tell, I've been on that kick this month. Yes, I love it, Carlito. Carlito, it's okay. Just accept the horror loving nature as it comes, Just convert. No, you were never like a horror hater or anything, right? Where do you stand with horror? I don't know. Um, I feel like it's hit or miss for you or something. You don't love it, but you don't hate it. But yeah, come to the dark side. Love that poster. I'm jealous. Oh, the Freddy one, right? That one's cool. Cool, different. All right. So next up, we got Steelbooks. And I can blame Carlito for getting me into Steelbooks. Carlito and my friend David. Um, David was a high school friend of mine who was like, "You need to see these." He messaged me one day, and it was like a link to the Mondo exclusives for the Marvel movies, the Steelbooks. Do you know what I'm talking about? He sent me a link and he's like, "You need to look at these. And I'm sure you like them." I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like drooling after that. And around that same time, Carlito got me a Tenet Steelbook, and yeah, ever since then, I'm not like hardcore Steelbook, but if I see them on sale and stuff, I'll get them. They're just I can't upgrade my entire collection to Steelbooks. I feel like that's just it's a lot of money. It's a lot of like I don't know. I just don't wanna do that. But if I like the artwork or if I see something special about it or if it's on sale, if there's an extra little incentive to go ahead and get the Steelbook, I will. Because those seem to retain a little value. I don't know how it's gonna do in the long run, but you know what's weird? In the collector world, I've noticed that tin in general, tin actually holds value in a lot of different forms. Isn't that kind of a weird observation? But it's true. Like tin lunch pails, like that kind of thing. Tin robots, like little mechanical robot toys, tin clocks. Like a lot of these little collectibles retain value. And I've just noticed that, like, being, a collector for years and stuff, I've never really been into tin items like that. That's why I didn't really bat an eye at first to the steelbooks. But yeah, it reminds me a lot of that, of the other tin collectibles. I don't think they're necessarily like tin, but you get my drift. They're like the same, kind of the same concept. But yeah, so that's kind of weird, right? I wonder why that is. Carlito says, "No, no, I stepped away from it for a while, but you could say it's in my blood." Oh, horror's in your blood? Ooh, getting all excited. Just usually wait till Halloween to enjoy the horror. I feel ya. I feel ya. Gotta get in the mood. PB says, "I'm into steelbooks too." Yeah, steelbooks are cool. Like at first, again, I wasn't super into it because I noticed that it was like nothing it didn't come with anything inside, or it was basically you're just buying the little steel book itself, And I didn't know how I felt about that because 'cause I'm very much about the artwork and stuff. But then they started upping their game and, like, a lot of these, like, boutique labels have, like, exclusives and sometimes it comes with extras, and like my friend David sent me the Mondo exclusive ones where they get artwork to be commissioned on there. So it was like really that really pulls me in, when they put in that extra effort. But it's when it's just like plain inside, like during the first like releases of the steelbooks, it was nothing inside. Like a plain disc and then like no artwork in the inside. Like, what? I'm not gonna pay a premium for that. Carlos says PVO. X Files is still one of my favorite shows. Yeah. Yeah. If you get any steelbook for any movie, even if it doesn't exist, what would you get? Mm, I don't know why this came to mind. I think it does have a steelbook, but I feel like I know a Jaws 2 steelbook came out, but, for some reason, the original Jaws came to my mind, but, like, they could do a better job. Do they have one? Let me see. I mean, if they came out with a Jaws 2, I'm sure they came out with an original Jaws. Oh, wait, I think I do have the Blu-ray, the regular Blu-ray, not the 4K. And I didn't hold on. Jaws steelbook. Yeah, $79 on Amazon. Who is paying that? Okay, yeah, there is one. I just feel like they could do it better. I don't like the artwork on this. Here, let me share my screen real quick. It's just so plain, you know? It's like you could have done better with that. Do I have that? I don't remember if I got that or not. But if I got it, it was like cheap back then. I don't think I have that. I think I chose the digibook over it back, but I definitely don't have the 4K either. Anyways, so like basically a spruced up Jaws that's like metallic, and I don't know, they do something a little more creative with it, maybe with the little plastic slip cover where the jaws you see Bruce coming up. You know what I mean? As you pull it. That'd be cool. Sold out steelbooks go for a premium in the secondary market. I'm ashamed to say I bought a couple of them for more than MSRP. Which ones? Which ones did you get? I'm not gonna judge you. Which ones? Just tell me. PB said, I expect great artwork on the steelbooks too. Exactly. Disney has pissed me off with their shiny covers, with their postage. The 100 years or whatever. Ugh, those look so ugly. Like, who approved that? It gets me annoyed because, like, for a while there, I was only buying DVDs back in the day, right? And I loved the artwork on everything, like the outside cover, you got your little insert chapter list thing, and then the actual disc had artwork on it too, and they all matched, and it was great. And then it got lazy with it, and then it was like only the case had the artwork and not the discs, and sometimes it didn't even come with the inside insert thing. And I stopped buying DVDs. And what happened? Then Blu-rays started popping up. I wasn't even buying Blu-rays for the longest time because I just felt like, I don't know, like my collection was good. Like I didn't need anything more. Like I had all my classics and my favorites, and I just never felt the need to upgrade because I'm not really a like quality snob that much when it comes to video, because I've dealt with all different kinds of video, for work, and it's like, to me it's more about like the story itself and stuff. Like I don't have to have 4K everything. And honestly, some movies don't even need it, like, really. So to me that's not really the thing that grabs me. What grabs me is the artwork, like PV said, like just the artwork, if it's a different presentation on the outside, if it comes with like all the bells and whistles and like, you know, behind the scenes stuff, whether it's like a booklet, or that's why I was a sucker for the digibooks. Um, then yeah, I'm gonna need to get that if it's one of my faves. But yeah, so didn't buy. I wasn't buying Blu-rays till like 2014 or 15. But for years there, I had stopped buying any like physical media because I felt content with what I had. And then and then I started buying the Blu-rays because they were dirt cheap. And then Steelbooks came around and I was like, "Oh my god." And then the 4K Steelbooks, it's like, "Oh god. Oh god." This is not stopping anytime soon. But yeah, I would say like I have the least amount of Blu-rays in my collection at this point. I have a ton of DVDs. I started growing my Blu-ray collection though, because they're cheaper now. So like that's where I'm finally like upgrading some stuff. So because it's dirt. Dirt cheap. Dread was awesome. I do always check the artwork before buying. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. You have to. What's in my cart? What's in my cart? Oh, you see this? I'm getting this for my friend. Oh, I hope she's not watching this. I don't think she's watching this. I'll show you. Don't tell her. They're Star Wars Crocs because she wears Crocs at work and she likes Star Wars and it's gonna be her birthday soon. So I'm gonna get her those. I just had to ask her shoe size though, which was really awkward. Anyways, you have good eyes. You have good eyes. Walmart has 4K of The Crow Steelbook for pre-order right now. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna get that. Thinking about it. Two Gun says, "I don't need 4K, but I would like the." Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's the thing I do like about 4K though. Yeah, it's like you could play it. You could buy from anywhere and doesn't have to. It's not region locked like a lot of the Blu-rays where if you wanted a special release from like Australia or something, UK, you could um you could get it, but you couldn't play it on your unless you had a region free player. So that's the cool thing about 4K though, is that you could just play it wherever, whenever, wherever, whenever. Carlia says, just remember Two Gun. 4K doesn't mean it will play in a regular. It actually has a. I actually have a region-free 4K player and some European Blu-rays, but ran into a Blu-ray TV series from Australia that didn't work. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Only 4K. Blu-ray is where the issues happen. But what sucks is a lot of the special features are Blu-ray discs still, so you kind of get screwed over in that regard, even if you buy the 4K. Mhm. I mean, like 4K is for the uncompressed lossless audio. I don't have a proper audio setup, so since I'm in this little apartment, it's like I feel like if I get a proper like surround sound or something like that, my neighbors will complain because these walls are super freaking thin, and I don't want to be that neighbor. Hey, Tat, what's going on? All right, let's get into these steelbooks. Stop looking at these Crocs. God. Okay, so some of these were on sale. They're on sale right now on Amazon. So originally, I had bought the first part and the second part of Friday the 13th Steelbooks, but these are Blu-rays, so that's why they're on sale. And this one came to me dented. You see that? So I'm actually gonna have to return this because that will not do. But yeah, even though these are Blu-rays, I still like them. I'm double dipping, obviously, because I do have this movie. I so there's certain titles, horror titles that I like to collect, you know? And when I see this at the store or online or whatever, it's like calling my name. And if it's cheap, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. So yeah, that's going to be a return. But this one, just like the poster we saw earlier, just got that. So let me open this. This is the 40th anniversary limited edition. Again, only Blu-ray. This is not 4K. I believe only the first movie has been released in 4K. And here's a little sneak peek, but I did end up getting that in 4K. So I don't know what I'm going to do with the Blu-ray Steelbook that I have of the first movie, because now that I have this one, it's like the ultimate upgrade. So I might just sell it, but the sequels aren't on Steelbook yet besides Blu-ray. So here we go. Be right back. Dude, so yeah, part 3 is freaking awesome. I love part 3. Ugh. No artwork on the disc. Woof. But we do have some artwork over here. I also have the Steelbook of all of the whole series. I think it's missing like the later installments, but it has most of them on there. So yeah, that was a cool pickup. I think these are like 10 to 12 right now. Both of these. So go snag those if you are a fan. So next is the 4K Steelbook. This one is interesting because it comes with this slipcover. And usually Steelbooks don't come with a slipcover. So I thought that was cool. And then this is, if I'm not mistaken, this is Jason what's his, how do you say his name? Edmiston. Yeah, it was in there. Yeah, Jason Edmiston, I think. Yeah, he did this artwork, and I'm a big fan of his horror stuff. So he's done other covers too, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and he does a lot of artwork for what's the stuff? Oh, for NECA. A lot of the NECA toys, like the card backs and stuff. He does that. So I actually did meet him at San Diego Comic-Con very briefly because I was on my way out and like I didn't see his booth before, like prior to that. And so I was heading out. I was like, yay, I did everything I wanted to do. And then boom, I see his booth and I was like, what? So I just kind of in passing kind of checked it out and stuff. But I would so love to buy something from him. So next time I see him or next time I go there, I'll definitely do that. But yeah, I love his artwork. I have the record, the score for this put out by Waxwork Records with the same artwork on it. So yeah, ooh, there's a little tiny little dink that I see. That's gonna bug the shit out of me. See if you guys can see it. Do you see? I don't know if I can catch it. It's up here. Eh, right there. You see it? It's okay. It's okay. I forgive you, Amazon. What a classic, though. I love this movie. Okay, so the artwork inside is different too, I believe. Ooh. Cool. So yeah, usually I'm a sucker for Friday 13th, Halloween, basically the big three, and then Creepshow, which you'll see in a second too. And what else am I a sucker for? Evil Dead stuff. and Return of the Living Dead. I love that artwork, the box artwork from back in the day, just all that stuff. Mm, but yeah. Anyway, so speaking of Creepshow, I did get the regular 4K, so this is technically a double dip. But come on, look at this. This is awesome. This artwork. Had to get this. I'm a big Creepshow fan. I just love that it's, combo of my love for comics and for film and for horror in general. But yeah, it's like all in one place. Sweet. This one was a Walmart exclusive. Oh, guy, that artwork. You're killing me. It's so cool. Look at that. Dude, love it. If it makes me smile, it's worth it, okay? Ugh, dude. I think this is my favorite of the year so far. Favorite Steelbook. Sweet. Sweet. Agu, what's going on? Happy Friday. Tat says Westerns VHS go for so many. Really? Oh, I didn't know that. Cool. I have my little horror VHS collection. Definitely gonna sell some doubles here soon. Late late April is when I'm gonna start selling stuff on the YouTube or whatnot. Carlito says, I saw Jurassic Park and 89 Batman on eBay for crazy money. VHS? Because I think I have both. Both those on VHS. It's awesome to have it on VHS as well. Do I have these on VHS? I don't think I have Friday on VHS. Do I? Oh, yes, I do. I do. But I don't know if it's the original one, a release. And then Creepshow, I don't have on VHS. I just have DVD and 4K. And Blu-ray. I have the Scream Factory Blu-ray. Got help with dinner. Later, Tat. Good to see you. PV says, I hear the secondary physical media is starting to come around a little. People don't have a lot of faith in streaming services, I guess. Not sure if this is true. It's definitely a lot is being phased out, so I think that creates a demand for it. So there's that. But then yeah, these streaming services are just screwing us left and right, honestly. I get pissed. It's just for multiple reasons. Like they keep increasing the rate, the cost of it just keeps going up, which is like the whole reason we were cable cutters to begin with was for, the lower prices, the it was lower prices, but also just the ability to pick and choose basically your channels, which was awesome. Which I guess you can do that with regular cable too, but this was, Netflix, Hulu, whatever, Disney. But then on top of that, it's like Netflix, you just never know what's gonna be on there. Like I was using Shutter the other day at my mom's place. Not the other day, it was like months ago, but we were watching the Saw franchise. She wanted to watch it, and we were watching it, but then the next day we wanted to continue and they were all off. They were gone. And I was seriously like dumbfounded. I'm like, no, this can't be happening. Like we were just watching it yesterday, last night, and yep, they were all gone. So like situations like that, it just sucks because it's like, well, if I had my, set with me, I could just watch it. But now I got to figure out where it's streaming now and this and that. So it's kind of a hassle sometimes. The whole like them not wanting to share password us to share passwords anymore is ridiculous too. Um, just a lot of negatives as of late. It's obviously always gonna be better quality when you have the physical copy as well, just point blank, period, point blank. Um, Especially if you have the proper setup too. Like, that's always very helpful, but yeah, internet is not as reliable in so many different ways. Carlito, I've never had much faith in streaming. Yeah, me neither. I was an early adopter of Netflix for the freaking envelopes, the mailers, and I kept one at the end. I have had been subscribed since the beginning, and I was really sad when they shut that part down. That sucked. But I kept the remake of Fright Night. Of all movies, yeah. So, I feel ya, I feel ya. And then, I mean, don't get me wrong, obviously streaming can be convenient for some things and, if you don't wanna get up and pop up the disc, pop the disc in. I get it, but there are also situations where it's inconvenient, so you could argue either way. Trash Dash, what's going on? What's happening? I have the original Star Wars trilogy. So do I. I should probably watch that soon because I haven't seen the originals in a freaking long, long time. Even though I have them, but like I just haven't popped them in. I have a VHS. I was gonna say VHS player, a VCR. I have a VCR that's still functional, and occasionally I like to pop in some older classics and watch like that. That's why I'm saying like I'm not really super snobby when it comes to not that I'm not using snobby as a negative, okay? I'm just using it as like picky. It's a it's a synonym for picky. I'm not really picky when it comes to um like I have to have the highest definition or anything like that. Like it's nice, but I don't need it. I'm the come from the CRT full screen generation, you know what I'm saying? Ooh, I have to rewind that shit, right? Yeah. There's just it's frustrating. Ugh, don't get me started on YouTube TV. I gotta do something about that. PB says, I did the same thing with the Netflix envelopes. I would love, right? That's what I'm saying. Everyone used to tease me for still having the subscription to the envelopes. But what y'all don't understand is that it's a freaking big library. The catalog was way bigger. So if you wanted to go back and see certain classic films, I can guarantee you some of that stuff is not on the streaming services. And especially with their licensing and how all that stuff works, it's like they're not going to spend money on those licenses if they don't think that people are going to watch it. It just so that stuff ends up getting phased off. So that sucks for culture in general, visual culture. Like you have to keep that stuff going. That's why it's good to go to your library because sometimes they have that stuff there. But yeah, people don't really think about that stuff, sadly. Yeah, exactly, PV. All the movies you kept that. We need to figure out the watch party. I'm itching to watch Fright Night, believe it or not. Dude! Okay, so we need to figure that out because Aaron Yee, I don't know if you know Aaron Yee. He's also part of Nearing Nerdvana, but he also wants to get in on that too. On the Amazon. Is it on Amazon Prime? A little watch party thing? Just organizing, got too much movies and can't figure out where they can go. Oh, I'm in the same boat right now. But like I said, I'm gonna start selling late April. I keep plugging that because I kind of want to just plant the seed already, so that it won't be like, "What the heck? Why is there an auction going on right now on Flicks and Comics?" Alright. One more Steelbook. So, yeah, I'm kind of excited to watch Friday 13th on 4K, but again, I got it mostly just because the beautiful presentation, the artwork, you know, but it'll be cool to see how the 4K transfer looks too. So next we got I Know What You Did Last Summer. I love 90s horror. Love, love, love. I understand. It's cheesy. I get it. But I love it. What's not to love? Jennifer Love Hewitt, Ryan Phillippe, Freddie Prinze, Sarah Michelle. I mean, come on. Kidding me? Oh, now I'm excited to watch this. I haven't seen this in forever. I do have the VHS to this too. Okay, so see, I would love a Jaws slipcover like this, except instead of him, it'd be Bruce right there. And then this could be just like the open water with the girl on top, swimming on top, right? Boop. Do they have that? I don't think they have that. They have the ugly blue one, the baby blue one. Anyway, look at that. Sweet. The Virgin cover. My comic peeps know what I'm talking about when I say that. It's a great looking steelbook. It's definitely better looking in person because the picture didn't really do it justice online. The artwork inside's not that great, but it's all right. The outside is beautiful though. And it's got like this matte, like a matte finish. Love it. Love it. Yeah, I held off on getting I wanted to get the original release, the regular one, but I held off and I'm glad I did because this is really cool. This is really cool. I would also get part 2 if it came out. That's awesome. So there we go. It's a little steelbook action that I got the past few weeks. All right, let's talk about Psycho. Psycho series. Put that there. Get a drink. Ooh, the coaster just flew. What are you guys saying? Yes, Jennifer Love Hewitt. I love all of those actors and actresses in that. I like CLZ movies, but I used my movies for a little while too. You know, I've never cataloged my movies ever. Because honestly, my collection, it was a humble little collection for the years. Like I was saying earlier, I just had a small little DVD collection for the longest time. I used to have those sheets that you would hang where it was just the discs because back when, they used to actually put the disc art on there. It was awesome because I just loved putting the discs in, and then I would just save the cases somewhere. But so yeah, I just had like a couple of those sheets, and then my collection didn't start growing till probably right around I'm telling you, Carlio, like right around that time when I started getting more into steelbooks is when I was like, you know what? These streaming services are rubbing me the wrong way lately. And then I started going hard on physical again because I was like, I don't want to be caught like not having some of my favorite movies. And the only way to, you know, d- what's it called? The only way to combat that is just buying them. And, I try to get deals, but sometimes, like some of these that you saw, sometimes like the I Know What You Did Last Summer just came out. Like If I really like the movie, I'm gonna get it. Cherry Falls. No, I haven't seen that. I love Brittany Murphy. Rest in peace. Dude, I'm a, like, conspiracy theorist when it comes to her death. Cause how freaking weird was that, guys? Like, I still something stinks with that story. Like, I just mm-mm, super fishy to me, and I don't blame her dad because like, her dad wanted to, like, what's it called? Didn't he wanna, like, open up the case again or something like that? Not the case, but do more, detective work on it? I don't know how to explain it. You know what I mean? Like, that was crazy. I'm all, like, whispering. I'm super paranoid sometimes. Super paranoid sometimes. Todd says, "I agree, Jojo, that I Know What You Did Last Summer is can't be fun. It's guilty pleasure. Killer's background is ridiculously convoluted, though." Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. The sequels are a waste of time, however. I like part 2. I still like part 2, but I understand. Trust me. I understand what you're saying completely. But it's more for me, it's more like the horror I clung on to. So it was like early on, I watched a lot of the 80s stuff, and then as I was growing, I grew up with the Scream and, I Know What You Did Last Summer, Urban Legend, Valentine, like those movies, they were just what was out in theaters as I was growing up. So like I have fond memories with them. It's kind of like how I feel about Halloween too. Like how some people are like, that movie sucks. But for me, I would watch every single time I rented the first one, I would rent the second one. I never bought those movies until way later, like any of those horror movies, which is kind of weird, right? I guess not, because rental stores were an actual thing back then. So you didn't really need to buy movies a ton unless like you were obsessed. But I didn't start buying my own movies till high school, like late high school. And I still remember I would go straight to, like, the $5 bin or, like yeah, they had a little $5 section, and I would buy that and hot Cheetos for a dollar and Pepsi. Those 3 things, and that was my allowance, and I would get a new movie, like, every week or every 2 weeks or so, and that's how I built my DVD collection. Ah, the good old days, dude. Yes, I Know What You Did Last Summer. It's so fun. It's so fun. All those slashers I love, like, they're fun. They're not like, they're not gonna win any Oscars, obviously, back in the day, but it's just I get a kick out of it. I always try for deals too, but yep, sometimes it's worth it if you yeah, sometimes I'm like, "You know what? I look for deals so much that, like, the money that I save doing that, will go to some newer releases," but I definitely don't buy everything new, that's for sure. You know what's really fun too is, just like with, like, comic hunting and stuff, going to like, I go to my Half Price Books and get some used movies, and I look for all platform any kind of not platforms, any kind of formats. Doesn't really matter. If I like the movie, Imma get it, and if it has cool special features, it's mine. Her death is really fishy, right? Dead from mold? Yeah, right. Dude, and then the husband died the same way? I guess the story checks out if they were living in the same house, but dude, like, there were, like, conspiracy theories about the mom being involved and stuff, and the fact that the dad was still questioning, like, years later really, like oh, man, I felt so bad for the dad. I don't even wanna imagine being in his position, like, not having real solid answers. And she was such a great actress, such a great actress. So, like, lively. I just watched a YouTube doc on is there a YouTube doc? Oh, shoot. I gotta check that out. Yeah, that always rubbed me the wrong way. I don't really consider myself a horror super fan, but I do love some of the classics. That's good enough. It's good enough, Phoebe. I was saying this in my other live. I need to find my horror loving soulmate. And I don't mean that like, romantic. It could be, but I just want to find my horror buddy out here where I'm living. Shouts out NorCal peeps. Um, I need to find that person because it would be nice. It would just be nice to go out with people that love horror too. And I mean, y'all know that's why I have this show to talk to you guys, but it'd be cool to like meet somebody in person too. What's your favorite horror classic, PB? Probably Original Exorcist. Yeesh, good choice. I miss video stores. I used to talk to real life strangers, neighbors, and classmates about movies in real life. I miss that. Just exactly what I was talking about right now. Like, I miss that too. I miss that so much. Ugh. And then the friends that I did have that like I could talk to in that way, I just don't live near them anymore. We're still all really close, but yeah, it's got to be like over the phone. But which is still fine, but like I said, it'd be nice to like go out to the movies with these peeps, you know what I'm saying? Are you a fan of 80 slashers? I love 80 slashers. I really love all horror to be honest. Um even like like softer kind of like thriller type. I love those too. I don't know. I like seeing I think what really captivates me is just like how these scenes are crafted and how the director, well, all the filmmakers involved are like they manipulate us, and this sounds bad, but I don't see it as a bad with a negative connotation like that. I just find it so interesting that, they create these scenes that elicit that emotion and I don't know. I really love that. I love to see how they do it and when they can accomplish that in a different way we haven't seen yet, like which is hard to do these days, that like impresses me even more. It's a craftsmanship. Another good one, like Valentine and Urban Legend, is Ripper, Letters from Hell. It's very much the style of the late 80s. Ooh, I'll have to check that out. I haven't heard of that one. That's cool. I felt like Thanksgiving had that vibe too. It's like a throwback almost, especially the version with the stairwalk. Oh, God. I can't believe the parents sued and won against the property builders, but can't confirm. I gotta watch this doc, dude. Yeah, Rip Brittany Murphy. She seemed like a sweetheart. She really did. Come kick with me sometime. I'm in NorCal. Yeah. Okay. So you're in Sonoma, right? If I remember correctly. There you go. Trash Dash. Yeah, we gotta link up at some point. After Exorcist, probably Nightmare on Elm Street. Woo! Picking some solid movies, PV. Perry! ¿Qué pasa? Paradiso. Another good one is Fright Night. Oh, gore, gore, gore. Gore, gore, gore. Stop. I mean, it is. He's speaking the truth. Just saying. Just saying. Over to Noma. Okay. I actually had to work in Sonoma the other day. It was my first time out there. Wait, was it Sonoma? What's the one right next to it? Napa. That's where I was. It's like the same area, right? Is it? I don't know. But yeah, I gotta just check out that area in general because I haven't. So definitely we should plan something at some point. I clocked out like nice, nice, nice. TK, what's up? How you been? How you been? All right. So I said I was going to talk about Psycho. I got my little set here. Psycho, guys. Fucking love Psycho. So who doesn't love Psycho? If you don't love Psycho, you shouldn't be in the stream right now. But no, I recently got this set. I had I have a Blu-ray set too. Let me go grab that real quick. Ow. Oh, I hit myself. Okay, I'm good though. So this is what I've had for years, and I never got around to watching the sequels. And that was the whole purpose in buying this. But then I moved, and I didn't get to. And honestly, I wasn't even sure if this was gonna survive my storage catastrophe incident. But while all that was happening, Arrow put out a really nice little box set here. It came with the 4Ks. So I went ahead and got that because, again, one of those movies where I snap call it, just have to have it because it's the classic. So this is a nice set. And I liked it because it came with so many special features that this one had for the first movie, but there's a lot more in the other discs for the other movies that this one didn't have. So it's a good upgrade in that regard. But it was my first time watching Psycho 2, and my goodness, you guys, I feel like I don't know what I was expecting, but I feel like this movie is so underrated in so many ways. Like, I really enjoyed Anthony Perkins' performance in all of these movies, and it's so crazy because, like, the first movie obviously is such a classic, right? And what was really cool was, like, I think, some of the director of the 4th movie and the writer of the 2nd movie who Tom Holland is the writer of part 2. They were interviewing him and the director of the 4th one. And it's funny because like, they were they were kinda talking about the pressure that they felt of, like, obviously trying to not be the same as the classic, but do its own thing, but then still be respected by the viewers, right? Because the viewers are always going to compare, and it's almost impossible to top the first one. So it was just really interesting to hear like Tom Holland talking about that, and like he was really funny in this interview, and you guys should really check it out. But he was just being very truthful about like, yeah, like I had to do this, and I really like it was a great opportunity, but it was hard to actually, sit down and write something that was different, but it came out really good. Like it's a great story. It's a great continuation, and I don't know, I just feel like it doesn't get enough love, and I understand why though, but it's like, damn, it's a gem. It's a gem. If you guys can, definitely go check it out. Um, I recommend that. It does get a little like towards the end, it gets a little convoluted. I think they were trying to do a little too much to create that like twist and shock value at the end, but for the most part, like I thought it was really good. And everything made sense, motives made sense, and like I said, great continuation to the character Norman Bates. Um, he, um, Anthony Perkins just did a great job in like continuing that years later because this one came out what in the 80s, I want to say. Where's the date? Yeah, 1983. So this is like years later, and I don't know, it just felt like he didn't miss a beat, you know? And he just stepped back into that role like pretty seamlessly. So really, really cool. And then part three was a little cheesier. Like you can even see it cover right there. Look at his smile over here too. He's like super derpy. But Anthony Perkins actually directed this one. And so he was doing double duties. And there were some interviews with like one of the actresses on here where she was saying like, yeah, he was low key kind of brutal because he had her in this like ice chest and like she was basically like in a little like bathing suit bikini thing and she had to be in there for like the whole duration of a scene where they're just it's like nonstop dialogue. And she's like, yeah, I was just like waiting in there in the freezing cold. So and then there was another scene where he had her like jump out this window like face first and like she hit her chin and she had to like keep her eyes wide open and he was kind of like just ruthless with it. But I don't know. I felt like Anthony or Tony, they were calling him Tony, which I thought was interesting too. Tony, like if they were BFFs or something. But yeah, he was a little more believable, I think, as Norman in part two than part three, in my opinion. Even though he directed this one, but maybe it just had to do with the fact that he was directing at the same time, so he didn't have that same amount of dedication, I guess, maybe, to the character. But I still liked the movie, though. It was a little more cheesy, but it, um, it was cool. I thought it was cool. I think this one wasn't well received, is what they were saying in the one of the interviews, that it wasn't well received at all. But hey, it's kind of cool to look back on, though. And then part four, the beginning. This one was, I thought, really good. I like this one a lot. And then the director of this one, what's his name? I forgot his name. But written. Okay, so it was written by the same screenwriter as the first movie, which was really cool. And directed by Mick Garris. That's the guy who also directed Sleepwalkers. There you go. So Mick Garris was interviewed, and he was saying that Anthony Perkins was he was a little bit of a diva. I wouldn't say actually diva's probably the wrong word, but he said that there are several scenes that uh, Anthony kept like questioning him, like why he made those certain decisions and stuff. And yeah, it was. And apparently he would like talk a lot and stuff. So it's really cool to like hear the background of what it was like on set with Anthony Perkins. So yeah, I really liked the flashbacks in this, and it was the dude from ET at playing a young Norman. What's his name? Henry Thomas. Henry Thomas, and then Olivia Hussey. Olivia Hussey was in this. She was so good. I love Olivia Hussey, but I thought it was a really good follow up. Again, years later, but um Yeah. Interesting take. And apparently this one is supposed to ignore part 3, which I didn't really get, but that's what they said in one of the interviews. So, yeah. Overall though, from the sequels, I'd say my favorite was the second one, and then this one, and then part 3. But I liked all of them though, honestly. I'm super happy to have the little collection. Because I never would have known otherwise. I'm glad that I bought this one back in the day. Because, like I said, I never even heard of the sequels before I bought this. So, I don't know why either. Because, like, growing up, I watched, like, all of the Leprechaun sequels. I watched, um, all the sequels to pretty much all of the series except, I would miss, like, here and there, I'd miss 1 or 2 of them. But, like, for the most part, um I don't know why that we just, as a family, I guess, bypassed the Psycho series, and I think a lot of people did that because the first one was so good, right? I watched all the Jaws sequels, though. That doesn't make sense. I don't know. Todd says, "I love Psycho 2, how Norman Bates is so tortured throughout the film. He tries to restrain himself, and you're right, he's very underrated." Yeah, I felt that throughout all the sequels, like, he is he's almost this anti-hero in part 2. You can't help but root for him because he starts off as not as sane, like, he's not psycho, like, he is actually trying to be better, and then stuff happens, and yeah, it's same for the other films too, like, there's always the motive is always kinda understandable, and then and oh my god, in the 4th one, I felt so bad for him, like, so bad for all the flashback scenes, they're pretty brutal, like, between him and his mom, which makes me really wanna go back and watch Bates Motel, the series. I never saw that. Um, but yeah, somehow, I don't know why, but Norman Bates to me is just so likable. He's so likable. I'm just wanting him to get better and not be a serial killer. But I love all these movies. They're so good. So good. And something I also learned from the special features was that Anthony Perkins was gay. I didn't know that. I did not know that, and I wouldn't have guessed. Although in hindsight, it's like, okay, I guess I could see it a little bit. But he was like married and he had kids, so like he was gay, and because of, like, societal pressures and stuff, and obviously being a gay man in Hollywood and all that, like, he felt unhappy, like, he had to suppress all that. So, he was, like, in therapy to try to turn heterosexual, and then he got married in an effort to do so and live that heterosexual life. And then he claimed that it, like, worked, and then he had 2 kids, and then he died of AIDS, and I had no idea about any of that. So, very informative. I definitely wanna dig into this book here, though, too. It's a pretty thick book, but, he's an interesting cat, Anthony Perkins. I love his acting, though. I love the way he speaks and the way he delivered his lines and stuff. Um, he just played neurotic really well. And yeah, you feel sympathetic for him throughout these installments. It's like, I don't know. I guess I just didn't expect to feel that. And it was surprising and I really liked it. Highly recommend. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. I love the Psycho movies. And now I kind of want to get posters of Psycho. like all of them. You know, I was looking at my shirt collection and I don't think I have any Psycho shirts. That needs to change. I still have the croc. My bad. Uh, Psycho 2 is great. I felt bad for Norman in that one. Dude, I feel bad for him in like all of the movies. It's Gore, I'm glad you're here. I need more of the Fright Night resistance. You guys, you're just doing yourself a disservice, okay? Like, you gotta watch this movie. Help me help you. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Hey, my mom, guys. My mom said hi. Welcome to my stream, mom. Say hi to my mom, everybody. Gorbadow says, Fright Night Resistance is an American duty. You guys are killing me with that, you know? I really like the Fright Club, though. Like, that needs to be a shirt ASAP for my channel. You guys are slowly going to become part of the Fright Club. Fright Night clearly stole from Psycho. Well, what are you talking about? You're just messing with me now. You're just messing with me. Like I mentioned earlier, watched 2 seasons of Bates Motel. It was pretty good. Oh, I didn't catch that comment. Cool. Okay. Yeah, I've heard it's good. I've heard it's good. I definitely just got to sit down and watch it. Was it only 2 seasons? It got canceled or what? Norman Bates is likable. Intervention. He's so likable. Dropped off after cutting streamables. Yeah. Women love gay men. It's just a fact. I guess. I don't have too many gay guy friends. I don't think. Not that I don't want like all gays are welcome here. Just saying. I like in part 3 when he goes, "Want some of these?" Yes. Dude, every time he eats the candy, like I want candy. Oh, Benji says hi, everyone. Benji's at my mom's house right now, so I miss him. It's right here in time for mother. Oh God, blood, mother. Whatever it is. Yep, it's my mom. We need more Benji live. Yeah, I'm gonna pick him up in a week. Oh, already. So he'll be here soonish. But all right, guys, that's about it for tonight. Thanks for joining me on this lovely Friday night. I had a blast with you guys as usual. It was great talking horror. What's coming up for my channel? So tomorrow I'm going to be doing a live watch along of UFC 299. If y'all are interested in that, stop by. I usually do the whole like main card. So that's going to be fun. That starts at 7 o'clock Pacific. So yeah, be there or be square. And I'm also going to be on G-Man's channel earlier in the day. I think at 10 a.m. Pacific. I don't know what that is central. I forget. 2 hours, 11, something like that. 12 noon Pacific, noon central. Whatever. Anyways, all right. That's about it, guys. Take care. Have a great weekend if I don't see you tomorrow. All right. Bye.